Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Inuyasha. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on my Inuyasha journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Inuyasha, we did get more Shikon Jewel shenanigans, but not quite. This lady she brought back Kikyo in order to hunt down the jewel shards. Kikyo zapped her, so that lady's no more. But even though Inuyasha getting hurt caused Kagome to be able to recall her soul, it didn't get all of the soul. So there's still a little bit of it inside the fake body that this lady made for Kikyo, the revived body. And Kikyo escaped because her hatred of Inuyasha is so severe that she is able to not only cling on to the soul, a bit of the soul, but also her anger is propelling this body to keep herself alive. And that's just the first bit. The second bit is that she thinks Inuyasha betrayed her, and Inuyasha thinks that Kikyo betrayed him. And I know something is afoot, because Inuyasha's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And we see Kikyo's version, and we see Inuyasha's version, and it doesn't make sense. So something is afoot. But that's just the second bit. The third bit is that Inuyasha was willing to become fully human in order to be with Kikyo. And he was going to use the jewel to become fully human. And then Kikyo has said that if he does that, then the Shikon jewel will be no more. And then that just means that she could have like a normal person life. She literally has this whole thing about like how I always have to, basically she has to be the hero. She has to be a certain thing. She can't be a normal girl, and she just wants to be a normal girl. And she was good. And then, so there's complicated things with that relationship, but Inuyasha was fully like, had no second thoughts, was like, I'm in love with this girl and I'm willing to become all human to be with her, but there was some kind of misunderstanding. So that makes me think in the future, again, if Kagome and Inuyasha are to be together, like I believe they are, because anime knowledge, just in general, being in proximity of anime for a long time, that he's going to have to get over whatever remaining feelings he has of Kikyo, whatever complicatedness, trying to figure out what happened. I assume if we don't find out what happens, how all of this came to be, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. So they have to sort out their complicated feelings, or he has to sort out his complicated feelings, because I'm sure on Kagome's end, she does seem to be kind of developing a crush on Inuyasha, but that's complicated because he's going to try to reject it because of this whole, not only was he betrayed by his first love, but she also looks, she's her reincarnation. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in this episode. You guys, this is, okay, last episode was episode 15. So we're on episode 16. We're barely into this story, and we've got so much background, so much lore drop. And it's not just, oh, I really am regretting the Monster of the Week comment, because I feel like it could have so easily been that, and it's not. And even though it is subtly still Monster of the Week, it's not. It's like these monsters are just, they're not just there for the Shikon Jewel, and we're going to get the Shikon Jewel shard, and like, we're just going to keep going. That's just going to be the end of it. These characters, these monsters are adding depth to our main characters and adding lore that we're going to have to work through. And I can't, this storytelling is so seamless, and I can't get over it. Okay. I don't know where we're going to go from here. I didn't expect to get this. I really was just like, oh, we're just gonna like get some Shikon jewel shards for a little bit. It's gonna be fine. No, I was wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, but I was wrong. Oh god, I'm getting too excited before this episode even starts. Let's do this thing.
That hits the spot. Kagome, are you sure you're back to normal already? Yes, for the 10th time today, I feel perfectly fine again.
He's
I
worried
can
about
hardly
you.
believe the old demon managed to suck my soul out of me, but I'm back to my old self now. I wish I could say the same for Inuyasha, though. Since his run with Kikyo, he's been spending a lot of time just staring into space.
Yeah, he's traumatic.
So I gather up all the shards of the Shikon jewel to become a full-fledged demon. And then what? Even if I do fully become a demon, will that make me stronger inside? Can I ever truly forget Kikyo?
See? Complicated feelings.
The Shikon jewel is enshrouded with such misery. Kikyo claims that Inuyasha betrayed her, and Inuyasha says that it was the other way around.
Yeah.
How can two versions of the same story be so different? I only hope that the puzzle will be solved once we found all the shards.
See? Kagome's my girl! She knows where it's at! She's got the same questions that I do. I love Kagome.
Surely they couldn't have been speaking of this woman.
Your sweets are ready.
Thanks. Should have stuck to the right.
Just between us, I understand the daughter of the Lord in this region has been possessed by some sort of evil spirit and is taken to her bed. He'll require the aid of a skilled priest then.
You just happen to be sitting next to one?
Allow me to see her. Her face is terribly swollen.
It is always so. Are you certain you're truly a monk?
Huh?
Look at the statue.
Tell me about that statue.
I received it
It
from an
feels like
impoverished
it's looking
nobleman.
at you.
They say it is a blessed idol.
Blessed my butt.
Very well. Come out at once and surrender peacefully, and I shall show you mercy.
Is the statue, or is there something inside the statue? Nope.
I should have known you would not give in easily. A weasel demon, how very befitting.
Interesting. And it's got a jewel shard.
So this weasel was the culprit. And this small animal turned into a demon and possessed you?
Yes.
And what of that young monk?
He gave me no name, but left with my heart.
My lord, I regret I have terrible news to bring you.
He took all of it, didn't he?
Dad and I always took baths together, and we had a really great time.
Remind me to explain it to you when you're a bit bigger.
I guess that means you haven't gotten very far with Kagome yet, right? I don't know what that means, but no one seems to be willing to answer. I wonder why.
Oh, Shippo, you're such a child.
Allow me to explain. I merely wish for a guarantee.
I told you that you'd be compensated.
Yes.
Come on, can't you try and see the humor in it?
So why does he want the jewel? I mean,
You saw me naked, so can't we say what
probably.
I saw nothing.
he did, right? I don't know, I was looking somewhere else.
Because he doesn't seem to want it for, like, evil, but... They're just walking down the street, minding their own business.
What do you think you're doing?
Fear not, young lady. You have no reason to doubt my intentions. I am nothing more than a simple monk.
I doubt your intentions very much.
It was like the wind from his hand was pulling in everything in its path.
Oh no!
But he...
That monk took off with my bike! You creep!
Huh? Like that matters. You were being kidnapped. Don't you think that's more important? I can't turn my back on you people for a second.
You were worried about me. Sorry.
Sorry for what? I never said I was worried about you. I was only thinking about the jewels.
And then she's gonna know she doesn't have it. I don't know if they've been to.
Inuyasha, what's taking you?
Get off my back. There's a lot of smells to sift through, all right?
Hurry up, people are staring.
I think they're staring at you.
Where did that miserable thief go?
What, is he some manner of beast?
See what I mean?
The young man and the boy are odd enough, but look at that strange girl.
Also a demon?
Who, me?
See how it feels? Gotcha!
Busted, bicycle thief.
I'm so glad you're here. It's too good to be true. You're a real sight for sore eyes.
I'll give you sore eyes!
You again.
Oh,
I
he
should have feared
does.
as much.
Yeah, you should have. Funny, that's just what I was thinking. But I guess not all of us are blessed with good looks and brains. Don't suppose you'd be interested in handing over that jewel
Wow.
frame you stole from us.
A gem such as this does not belong in the hands of a demon.
Yeah, but Kagome is not a demon, and it's partially her job to get it.
All a matter of opinion. He blocked it, did Saiga. I
That's
knew
cool.
it. He's no ordinary mortal.
Yeah.
You'll be punished if that's what you insist.
I don't know who you are, but you're no monk.
I go by the name Miroku. And yes, I am a monk who works to aid the common man.
Right, but he's also a thief and a womanizer?
A monk is about to slay the demon! Work to aid the common man. You're nothing but a sleazy robber. Now give us back our shard of the Shikone jewel. We went to a lot of trouble to get it, and we're not gonna lose it now.
Touching speech. I know you went to great pains to collect this gem, but trust me, it's in better hands with me, Inuyasha.
Yeah, what is he gonna do with it though? What does he plan on doing it?
Was it that beautiful companion of yours who called you by name, or the young fox?
He can't be all bad if he has such good taste.
Oh, girl.
He stole your jewel.
Yeah, he's just trying to flatter you.
Enough talking. Let me at ya.
See, this fight seems different.
Not strong enough.
Curse him. He blocks every strike.
Because I feel like, again, most people have a lot of greed. I don't know. I feel like once I know why he wants the jewel, I just don't know. It just doesn't seem like he wants to be all powerful. He gives me the same vibe as like Shippo.
End of the line. This time, victory is mine. He's holding out
Yeah,
his
also,
hand.
what's with his
This may
hands?
come as something of a surprise, but I'm a very sore loser. Wind tunnel!
Okay, I thought he had a black hole. I thought this was like a 13 type of thing from My Hero. No. He's got a wind tunnel in his hand? How? Why? What? How happened? Explain? Okay, a human with powers. What happens when stuff goes into... What happens to it once it goes into this wind tunnel?
He warned the villagers because he doesn't want to hurt humans.
Can't let go.
Surrender while you can. If you get sucked in, you'll never come out alive.
No chance. I'll be too busy hacking your right hand off to surrender.
My hand will pull you in, sword and all.
Kagome!
She has a point. He doesn't want to hurt humans. I have questions about this guy.
I was wrong. Kill him.
You just blew your last chance.
Settle down, will you? Let me explain things.
Yeah, I don't
too
think
am in search of
so.
the shards of the Shikone jewel.
Why?
My purpose is to find and eliminate a demon. A terrible demon that goes by the name of Naraku.
Naraku.
Yes, and it was this
Okay,
same
so it
demon
is very
that
much
made
like
me curse a
Shippo.
hole in my right hand.
Oh, that's how he got it. I'm glad the same episode, guys. They explained the same episode.
Naraku pierced my grandfather's right hand with his sacred religious seals and managed to escape.
The abyssal hole that I've cursed you with shall be passed down to your children and their children so long as I live. Each generation shall thus be cursed until no one remains.
I see.
Each year, the hole in my hand becomes bigger, and the wind ever more powerful. Unless I can defeat Naraku, I myself will eventually be devoured by the hole.
Okay, that's a pretty good reason. However, can we talk about the coincidence of being a shapeshifter and 50 years ago? You guys, I have a crazy person theory.
Knowing Miroku, he is certain to attempt to gather the fragments in order to strengthen his own malicious power. I'm sure of it. I know because Miroku once came close to getting the jewel 50 years ago. In doing so, he slew the priestess protecting it.
You say he killed a priestess?
That's right.
How did you know that?
The demon that disguised himself as me and struck down Kikyo.
You guys, crazy person theory is already working out. Okay, but how did he end up losing the jewel once he took it from Kikyo?
He made us believe we deceived each other. The demon who killed Kikyo is still alive and is after the sacred jewel fragments.
All right.
I will hunt down Kikyo's killer and avenge her death.
If we keep looking for these jewel fragments, we're sure to run into Miroku ourselves sooner or later.
How did you get that back?
Let's search for the jewel shards together. Unless...
Oh, I'm gonna join the party.
I've always been more of a solitary man, preferring to work on my own than in the company of others.
Yeah, but if we don't act fast, you won't even have your own company to enjoy.
Dear Kagome.
That's a fair
Are
point.
you troubled by this wretched fate of mine?
Sort of.
Then do me this good turn, will you? I wish for you to bear me a son.
Excuse you?
I do that?
If for some unforeseeable reason I should fail to destroy Miroku, I should like my son to carry on the family's mission.
Hands off, priest. Your only family mission is lechery.
I'm a monk, not a priest.
Don't ever consider laying a hand on Kagome again.
See, this is why she has confused mixed feelings.
Thought you know more than a companion, but apparently you are in love with Kagome. My, this is awkward.
Well, you've got it all wrong. She's just a jewel detector.
Is that all I am to you? Oh, how could I forget? You got a thing for dead girls.
Oh, that's such a bird. That's such a bird.
You can't really blame her. You could treat her more kindly.
Well, so much for everyone coming to a peaceful solution.
This is peaceful considering. But also Shippo just up in the tree just eating, watching it all unfold and happen.
I told you not to touch her.
Okay. You guys, there is so much already in this episode. First of all, new companion. Second of all, is this the overarching bad guy? Whatever his name is, Noroku? No something. Noro something. I don't know. I have to go back. Okay, overarching bad guy, question mark. I'm glad that my crazy person theory already worked out. Shapeshifter, and he almost got the jewel 50 years ago. He was the one that should, so okay, there was something afoot, and it got answered almost immediately. This is wild. I don't know how am I supposed to formulate all my crazy person theories? They're not leading me on. They're just giving me the information. This is crazy. Okay, so this guy is the one. So, okay, how did he go from having gotten the jewel from Kikyo to losing the jewel at some point? It ended up back in the shrine or wherever it was stored, and that's when Inuyasha got it. I don't know, but something happened. Something happened. Somebody interfered, and I don't know who it was. Or what it was, because it could be a what, but I'm fascinated. I want to know. So now he's potentially most likely after the Shikon jewel. Then whatever this dude's priest monk dude has a curse in his hand, and in order to defeat, it won't go away unless he defeats this other guy. But he wants to use the power of the Shikon jewel. Okay, so I knew it wasn't malicious. I knew he gave me the same feelings as Shippo. I knew it. Okay, so he is now a part of the party. There's always, I feel like especially in old anime, there's always one that's like lecherous, girl crazy, a bit of a creeper, if we could talk about that. Womanizer is probably the best word I could use. But it is funny because I don't know, Inuyasha and Kagome, obviously Inuyasha has some trust in Kagome and they're friends at the very least, even if he doesn't always fully admit it, but they're friends. But I don't know if he doesn't want him to touch Kagome because they're friends, because touching somebody is weird. And, you didn't get consent. There was no consent involved. Or if it's because she looks like Kikyo, or is it like what he said about like her being the jewel detector, or if it's a combination of all three of those things. I don't know, but there's a lot to unpack in this episode. We got more lore. We got more lore. And we got more character things. You guys, I'm just always, I keep saying it. I will keep saying it. I'm so impressed by the development of this show. I cannot get over it. I'm so happy I started this journey. Oh, sad I didn't get to it sooner, but I'm glad that I'm doing it now. So wild, 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 wild. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on my Inuyasha journey. And until next time, bye!